What'd you do that makes you think that you're guilty?
I used the credit card that I found on the bus.
Okay.
So
And you
I
didn't have the owner's permission to have that?
no sir.
All right. Did you use the card?
Yes, I did.
All right. And what'd you use it for?
Alcohol and cigarettes.
No, you really should, Beastman. Court calls the case, People versus Rodney Napier.
Public Defender Don Liba for Mr. Napier.
Your name, sir?
Rodney Napier.
Thank you. Court has before it a plea form that indicates that the defendant would be pleading to an edit count 2 of larceny 200 to 1,000 to 1 year offense. Upon his successful plea to that charge, count 1 would be dismissed. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement.
Correct, Your Honor. That is correct.
May I have him sworn?
Right here. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole, nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your name, please.
Rodney Napier.
Sir, it is his court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to the charge of larceny 200 to 1,000.
Yes, sir.
That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $2,000 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You understand that the fine could be increased at 3 times the value of the property take. That's greater than $2,000. That would become the maximum fine.
Yes, sir.
You understand also, sir, that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Garwood in the 15th District Court.
Yes, sir.
Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sir.
You signed an advice of rights form or had one signed on your behalf?
Yes, I did.
Any questions regarding any of those rights?
No, sir.
Look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today to get you to plead?
Sir.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Sir.
And also because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes, sir.
All right. On June 24th, 2025, at the location of 318 South State Street, City of Ann Arbor, Washington County, State of Michigan, what'd you do that makes you think that you're guilty?
I used the credit card that I found on the bus.
Okay.
So
And you
I
didn't have the owner's permission to have that?
no, sir.
All right. Did you use the card?
Yes, I did.
All right. And what'd you use it for?
Alcohol and cigarettes.
He found a credit card on the bus and used it to buy alcohol and cigarettes. Sounds like a small larceny case until you hear what's behind it.
Okay. Is this really truly going to be larceny on value or no?
No, Your Honor.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. All right. And so you didn't have the owner's permission to use that card?
No, sir.
All right. And you knew that you didn't have permission to use that card?
Right. Yes.
And in using that card, you were attempting to try to defraud the people that you bought the business that you bought the alcohol and cigarettes from
Yes, sir.
out of there. All right. Sir, I do have to advise you, if between the time I accept your plea and the time of sentencing, if you commit misconduct as defined by the Michigan court rules, you would not be entitled to withdraw your plea. The court would no longer be bound by any sentence evaluation or recommendation. Do you understand that, sir? Counsel, are you aware of any other promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this plea?
No, Your Honor.
And have I complied with the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 15th District Court probation. Sentencing will be July 21st, 2020, 9 a.m. before Judge Garwood.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did want to address bond, please.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Napier has now taken responsibility for this offense with his plea. He has informed that he does have stable housing in Ypsilanti that he could stay with his wife. We have no objection to a tether to ensure appearance. He has told me that he has a phone in his property. At the time that he initially failed to appear, he explained to me that he had suffered 2 serious losses in his family, including his mother and sister both passing away, and has been struggling with mental health as a result. He does intend to contact CMH immediately upon release.
Is there any response from the people?
He missed court because his mother and sister both died around the same time. Hearing that, the judge reinstated his bond. Now a case that's the complete opposite, a 10-year-old warrant that finally caught up with someone.
If this was set at 10,000 due to offense warrant for failure to appear, I have no objection to this, just with it.
How'd you come back into custody?
The officer stopped us.
Stopped us?
The officer in the car.
He was a passenger in a traffic stop, Your Honor.
So you didn't turn yourself in?
No, sir.
Were you just going to stay on the run?
At the time, I'm going through the middle of the problem. I'm post-traumatic distress and all that. I have definitely found it on. And at the time, I didn't care too much.
It could only get worse.
Yes, sir.
He's being very honest, Your Honor.
No, I know he's being honest, but I'm trying to let him out. So if people keep talking, that doesn't happen. I'll reinstate the defendant's previous bond of $5,000 personal recognizance. He also needs to report over to the Department of Community Corrections or prior to his release for a GPS location track together.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. You have a good 4th of July. Oh, there you go. I had that moment where I didn't feel safe.
Michael Lasky, Michael Joseph Lasky, 16W8099989. Good morning, Mr. Williams.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
Good, how are you? Good.
Steve Williams appearing on behalf of Mr. Lasky. Today's the time of the except for random pretrial.
Sir, your name?
Michael Lasky.
Where's he been?
Judge, he's been on a journey, but a good journey. And I can get into that on the record, but
All right, so right now, we're going to take his plea to allowing the licensed driver to drive, and the suspend, revoke, denied will be dismissed.
that's correct, Judge.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes.
If you plead guilty here to this, possible penalties are up to $500, fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And did you sign, read, and understand an advice or rights form here today?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. To the charge, allowing unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you in control of a 2011 Ford that was being operated on the Meyer Service Drive near Discount Tire in Woodhaven on August 31 of 16 at 3:04 p.m.?
Yes.
And at that time, you weren't driving the vehicle? Yes?
Yes.
You were driving the vehicle, correct? And were you suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
Which?
Suspended.
And are you on probation or parole right now?
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty? All right, I'll accept your plea to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. The drive while suspended is dismissed. I'm gonna go ahead and sentence him. Tell me, why is he taking 10 years to get?
Judge, my client he did look at his record. My client has been battling a drug problem for the better part of the last 10 years.
What kind? What was his drug of choice?
Well, opiates.
Okay, that's not good.
But here's the good news is that he said he's got his license back. He finally went into rehab 2 years ago, went into St. Mary's, did what he had to do. He's on a very low dose of Suboxone. He's an addiction specialist. He's finally getting things together. He's a journeyman electrician. He's working at the Henry Ford Hospital with that. And Judge, actually, he contacted me, I want to say about 18 months ago about an expungement felony. And I said, well, let's run your record. And I said, we got to take care of this Woodhaven matter. And before we think about doing anything, and then obviously we kept in touch. And then from a financial standpoint, we just everything moving forward. Good news is, Judge, this warrant's been out for a long time.
10 years.
Exactly. The great news is he didn't get picked up on anything else. And even though you were waiting, and this court was waiting, your staff was waiting, he wasn't out doing and being involved in the habits that got him here in the first place. And as a matter of fact, because of this generous plea offer from the prosecutor, this will not prevent him from moving forward with the set aside conviction of the one felony on the record in Detroit.
Hey, Lisa, give me 1 second. He's got 2 charges here. He's got so many of that.
That's what this one is. I think. 1, 3, 6.
He's got 2 cases.
Oh, I only saw one in the docket. Okay.
This is only the drug charge.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, come on.
Judge, I'm an expert on those. If you need any clarification, I know exactly what's going on up there. I do these all the time. Having said that, Judge, this is what we want. And now this situation, we're going to be able to move forward with the employment of Frank Murphy, rather CBC, and felony. He took the long route. He inconvenienced his court with a couple no-shows, but he's got a great foundation moving forward. That's what we want, right?
Right. Anything you'd like to say, Mr. Williams? No, sir. I wish you well. 100 fines, 250 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 475 or 90 days.
Yep.
Okay, you're all set. Have a good day. Good luck. You stick with it, sir. So don't be tempted, okay? Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you. Good to see you, Mr. Williams.
You too.
He ran from this for 10 years, but eventually walked into rehab himself, got on Suboxone, and is now working as an electrician. Comeback stories like this hit different. Stay tuned for more.